Linux, about the Linux operating systems and what are the types of the Linux operating systems, types of the operating systems and Linux distributions and licensing and advantages and disadvantages. So in Linux, there are in last lecture I have mentioned that all the in the Linux everything we are representing as a files. So in Linux there are 7 file types. So it's called in regular files, directory, character device files, block device files, local socket files, name pipe file, and symbolic links. So when you perform the ls command, have you remember that? So you can see this type of indication. So this the first part in here, it's indicate the file type. It's in if it is in the D, it is a directory. If it start with a dash, it means it's a regular file. Likewise, we can by identifying this uh, first letter of the permission string, you can identify what kind of a file type is there, right? Any questions? Okay, so inodes. Have you heard about inodes before? Anyone? So actually, inode is actually a metadata structure. So it is when we installing operating system, usually this inode space is created. So after that, we cannot modify the inode space. So during so this inode, actually inode is a data structure. It's all the file information. Let's say the file permissions, the what are the file types and what are the permissions and who is the owner and last modified dates. Likewise, all the informations are stored in this inode. Right? So in the inode table, each inode has a unique number. We call as inode number. So it says that so this inode space is created on creation time. For when we in the production systems, we don't actually for improve the system performance, we don't maintain large folder structures, because a large, let's say if the hundred of folders are in the files are in the one folder, it will reduce the performance of the system. Because of that, we are dividing into subfolders. That is why, let's say when you're hosting the application also, we, let's say if it is storing uh, let's say some pictures or something like that as a website, we stored in a different locations, and we likewise we are dividing on the header for our as organizing, and on the other hand for improve the performance of the system. So this is the sample inode entry. So you can see that in inode entry, first it's maintain that owner, last modified time, access time, inode change time, permissions, and the file types. It's maintain the timestamp information in the inode entry. Any questions? Right. So in here, it says that in here this foo.txt, it's inode number. Uh, inode number is 65,432. So in Linux file systems, so we can sometimes we require in Windows also have you creating shortcuts in Windows, or you are referring one file in other location. By creating a shortcut, you can access that file in one location, but it is in a different location. In Linux also we can do that. For that we use there there is a file types called links. By using the links we can create uh, for a let's say if you want to create a shortcut, you have to create a link for the file. So so first I think yes, this is the one. Can you do this exercise in your lab sheet? There is a exercise one. Can you do that? I'll give you 5 minutes for that. Let's do that. So it in here. So I'm doing the exercise two. First one, it's not a big thing. So it says that create a file called file one and add exercise two as the save text. So I'll create it as a file one. I'm going to in edit mode and adding exercise two and saving right. So what it says, type stat file1.txt. In here, you can see that it's assigned IDOT number 7 lakhs 70,400 and 7 lakhs 74,150. So as the inode number, right? So yeah, so what it is saying that, yeah, right. Links. So as explained before, links actually a link is like a pointer. So have you learned pointers in the programming languages in C or something? All pointers gonna ඉගෙනගෙන තියෙනව නේද? අයියෝ පොඩක් කතා කරා. chat එකේ හරි දාන්න. pointers ගැන දන්නවද? නැද්ද?
C වලට කලින් මේ කරාස එක මේ ඒක පොඩ්ඩක් මතක නැහැ.
right okay. right. point එක කියන්නේ ඇත්තටම දැන් අපි හිතමු ඔය variable එක කියන්නේ ඒ variable එකක් declare කරනවා කියන්නේ ඒකත් ඇත්තටම point එකක්. අපි මොකද්ද memory location එකට නමක් දෙනවා. මොකද memory location එකක් අපිට access කරන්න අපිට මතක නැහැනේ. ඒ address එක ඒ වගේ අපි නමක් දෙලා ඒක ඒ location එක access කරනවා. ඒ වගේම ඒකම තමයි මේ point එකක් වෙන්නේ එහෙම. එතකොට so in the Linux links also like that. So let's say we create a one file. So we want to access that file in a different location. In අපි Windows වල shortcut එකක් හදන්නේ. දැන් අපි desktop එකේ shortcut එකක් ආවහම ඒකේ ඇත්තටම program එක install වෙලා තියෙන desktop එකේ නෙමෙයිනේ. ඒක වෙන location එකනේ. ඒ වගේ තමයි මේ Linux වල ඒ shortcut කියන එක තමයි අපි links විදියට එන්නේ. So it's a creator for pointer for a file. මේක so මේකේ මේ ඔයාලා දන්නවද මේකට join වෙනකොට ඉබේම admit වෙන්න හදන්න. ඒක meeting එක හදනකොටද කරන්න ඕනේ කොහොමද? කවුරු හරි දන්නවද? disable okay right come on. So එතකොට ඒ point එක ඒ link එකෙන් කරන්නේත් ඒ වගේ දෙයක්. So as an example, so let's say in a practical scenario, let's say we want to start the waiting room disable කරන්න. කොහෙන්ද waiting room disable කරන්නේ? තියෙනවද waiting room එක disable කරන්න? Disable annotation order meeting information. Okay. Right. It's okay. So මොකද්ද අපි මේක Linux වලදී ඒ කියන්නේ අපි practical scenario එකේදී කරන්නේ example එකකට. So as an example, when you want to start the application on the in the system startup, so what we do is we place the startup script in initd folder, but we don't actually move the startup script for there. But we do what we do is we're creating link for the initd folder. Then it's access it's refer the actual location and do the start system service start during the boot. So that is the practical scenario, right? So yes, in Linux there are two types of links. First one is a soft link. It is called as a symbolic link. Other one is the hard link. Right. The soft link actually it's a similar to the shortcut in the Windows operating system. Each soft link file contains the separate inode number. It means, let's say you create a soft link for a one file. It's creating with the link with a different inode number, but referring the original file. So, but if you remove the original file in the soft link, it will break. The advantages of link is we can create the links throughout the different file system. Let's say you want to create a link for a shared folder, a file in the shared folder. There is no issue on that. So that is the yes, soft link contain the path of the original file and not the content. It's a reference. can you do the next exercise? I'll give a 10 minutes for that. Not actually, it's not 10 minutes. Shall we take it 8 or something? So otherwise. Right. So I hope you have completed. Okay, we'll do it now. So what it says that create a file called exercise 2. So in here, it's a cat also another utility we can use. The cat also another editor. We can use a VI like it's similar to the VI. So so I'm creating a file called exercise 2 2.txt and adding my file content to save control D. Right. So you can see exercise 2 is there. So it says now I'm running the ls minus IL. You can see that inode value is exercise 2 is 149. Right. Now what I'm going to do is I'm creating a soft link to the following command in the home folder. Right. ln minus s, sorry, ln So you can see that link, the soft link which I was created, it's indicate with the red color with the arrow. In this arrow, it's refer this link original file is this exercise 2. That is why it's indicating like that. So in the first letter of this, it shows that L. It means that it's a symbolic link. So you can see that the exercise 2 file inode number is 149, but the link file is 151. It's a different inode value, right? Okay. So we'll open the contents also. Vi exercise 2 soft link. Why it is? It's a different. Why it is? Vi it's my file content. Okay. Vi it's not linked properly. Wait. Why it's not created? Yes, exercise 2. Yes. It's in and now it's working. Because earlier I haven't mentioned the path, that's why it's indicated in the red. It's not linked properly. So now let's open the file. Yes, you can see that it's both access the same file. Right. So yeah, what it says that mm, right. Can you do the yes, okay, right. We did that. So actually we have compared the yes, first it says that adding the content to that also. Okay, we'll do that part also. I right. Okay, so we'll open the original and see whether it is there. Yes, it means that we are accessing the same file using a different using another file, right? Okay, so yeah, right. Can you do the exercise 4? Give a 5 minutes for that. Right. So check now terminal is clear for you. Wait, is it clear? Okay, fine. Right. So what it says, wait, give me a second. Okay, okay, right, right. It says that to remove the original file. Right, okay. First, I'll take this. So these are the two files. Original file is exercise2.txt. Okay. So I'm removing the exercise2 file. Right, it's removed now. Now you can see that the blue color soft link file changed it to red because the link is broken now. Because I removed the original one, so it's not referring. There is no reference for the file now. Because of that, link has broken. So you can identify using the color change also. So let's see. Shall we try to access the original file using the soft link? Now there is no link. It's creating a new file, right? Okay. Any questions on soft links? All good? Right. Okay. So other link type is the hard link. So each hard link, uh, the main difference is the soft link and hard link is each hard link has the same inode value. When in previous exercises you have noticed that when you create a soft link it has the different inode values. Original file has a different inode value. Link file has the different inode value. The hard link, it's not like that. Each one has the same inode value. So it means it's creating a exact copy. So it means that it's referring the same file in the physical location. So that is why it has the same inode value. So hard links more flexible, remain links even if the original or link file are moved through the file system. But the main disadvantage is hard link. We cannot create the hard link throughout the different file systems. That is the disadvantage of the hard links. So remove any links have the actual file content. Removing any link just reduce the link count, but doesn't affect the other links. But then you will have an issue why we so usually when we creating a multiple links, sometimes in the system we getting the exceed number link count exceeded error because of the link we have created the multiple links through the scripts or something like that, or it's reduce it's in it allocated use the all the link space. Because of that we don't unnecessary create links. Right. Can you do the exercise 5? I'll give you 5 minutes for that also. Right. So in here, what it says, I'll take it this one. Yeah. Create a new file called exercise 5 and add content of my file too. Right. I'll create a file called x5.txt. Right. I content of my file too. Right. Right. Now I'm checking the file. Okay. Yes. Right. Oh, what? Okay, sorry. Sorry. Okay, what- sorry. Uh, right. Fine. Okay. Right. AI. I. Right. Con, sorry. Right. So yes, exercise 5. What is this? Yes, it's the 154. I know number is that. Okay, right. Now I'm creating a link for that. See. Hmm. Dash. Yes. So I have created the hard link. So you can see that exercise 5 file inode number is 154. The hard link inode number also 154. It's the same inode number is assigned. Right. Now what I'm going to do is I'm removing the original file. rm file dot. Okay, wait, first access that one and see whether it's available to access. It's okay. Same file we are accessing. Now I'm reviewing the original file. Right. Okay. Okay. Exercise 5 file is hard link is there. We'll access that one. Yes, still it's able to access. In soft links, if we remove the original file, we cannot access the link. But where in the hard link, there is no issue on that. Even still, when we remove the original, we can access the hard link file also. Any questions on link? What is right? Okay. Okay. Any questions as of now? Chat එකේ හරි ප්‍රශ්නයක් තියෙනවා නම් අහන්න. Shall we move to the next part? Is it okay? අයියෝ කවුරුත් respond කරන්නේ නැහැ. මේ ටිකේ අවුලක් තියනවද මොන හරි? shape ද මුකුත්ම තේරෙන්නේ නැද්ද? මෙලෝ රහක් නැද්ද? මොකද්ද? Right, okay. Right, okay, fine. Okay, we'll move to the next part. Users and group. Right. In the Linux, not in the Linux, even every operating systems, we have to grant permission for users. Let's say the permissions are in the Linux. There are three permissions. First one is read permission. Able to, let's say, if you want, if you give the read permission, you can perform the ls command. If you don't give the read permission, you cannot perform the ls command. So for that, it's required the read permission. Write permissions means that you can write a file, create a file or a modified file, like or delete file likewise. Execute permission means, let's say you want to do if you don't have the execute permissions, you cannot run you can't do the even change directory cd or command. You can't run the cd command as well. Execute permission specially required when you're running a shell script. So it said that executable permission allow you to run the file and execute a program or a script. For a directory, execute the permission allow you to change the directory and make it a current directory. Usually have the different group, additional groups. Right. So when you're granting permissions, we have to calculate the permission string. Let's say wait, I'll show that one also. In here, you can see that ls. Right, okay. You can see that it says that here, Ubuntu. It means this username, first one is the username. Second one is the group, right? So we can assign permission to the user as well as the group. It means, let's say if you assign a permission to the group and adding users for that group, then that group permission will be inherited for each user belong to that group. So that is why we are having groups. Let's say I want to create a permission set for your batch. Let's say this lecture group. It means as of now it has 46 members. If I going to create a separate user accounts, and I have to create the user accounts and grant permission one by one. It's taking a more time. So what I can do is I'll create a group. Let's say create a batch 5 as a group, and I'll create the user account, 46 user account through the shell script. I can write a shell script by specifying your IDs in the file. It will create the user accounts in that, and after that I can add those users to the batch 5 group. Then I'll grant the permission for the batch 5 group only. Then that permission will be inherited to your user accounts. That is why the usage of the groups, right? So when you calculate in the permission set, It is like this. I'll create. Okay. Wait. Uh, right. So here first, let's say I'm going to read. Is it the right? Execute. In the permission calculation, it's we are getting values through like this: 2 to the power 0, 2 to the power 1, 2 to the power 2. Right? Let's say you want to grant permission for the user, uh, write access and execute access. It means you have to grant write access mean 4, execute access means 5, right? This is the user permissions. Okay, for user. Okay, my God. Right. For group, I need only read and read permissions. Right. Uh, for group, it means read means 4 only. Right. For this is a group. Sorry, wait. Uh, Right. For other one is the everyone, and this is for everyone. So I need to grant only execute. Let's say execute. It means 2 to the power 0 means 1. So my permission string will be 5, 4, 1. So 5 indicate the owner or the creator. This is the group permission. 4 is that. 1 is for everybody. Any questions? Is it clear? තේරුණාද ඒක? මොකද ඔයාලට ඊළඟ ලෙක්චර් එකේදී ඔයා යූස් කරන්න යනවා. ඔයාලා script execute කරන. Alright. Okay, fine. So in here, in the permission string, when we granting permissions, we have to specify 3 parts. It means what are the permission for the owner, what are the permission for the group, what are the permission for the public. It means others. So for calculating permissions, we are using this table. It means execute one is, it means like this. 2 to the power 0 is execute. It means 1. 2 to the power 1 is write. It means 1, 2. Sorry. 2 to the power 2, it's a read 4. Let's say I want to grant read permission and execute permission for the owner. Sorry, that is not a valid thing. So I have to grant the write anyway, owner. So I'll create this one, 2, read and write 2 for this. It means 6, okay? So I have to create this one. Otherwise, user cannot create a file. Owner can, right? Okay. It means I have to for read access, write access 2. 4 plus 2, 6, right? That is for owner permissions. For group, I want only read permissions. It means 2 to the power 2. It's 4. 6, 4. Now I have to specify the everybody, others. I want others to execute only. It means 2 to the power 0, 1. The permission string will be 641. Clear now? Is it clear now? Right. Okay. Is there any questions? Right. So, yeah. What is the permission value for public can read, group can only read and execute, owner has a full permission. Let's calculate that permission string as well. So in I'll clear this board. Sorry. Right. Right. Uh, Permissions mean what is the permission value for public can read? Okay, I'll create this way. Owner, group, public. Hurry. Right. Right. Uh, right. Right. Okay. Right. We'll take what are the permission value for public can read and read only. Right. Public can read only. It means read only means 4. Right. Right. And what is that other read group can only read and execute. Group can read and execute. It means 4 and 1. 4 plus 1. Right. And the owner has full permission. It means read, write, execute. The permission string would be 4 plus 2, 6, plus 1, 7. Group is 4 plus 1, 5. And the public is 4. The permission string would be, all right. So if you can elaborate a little bit in Sinhala. Okay, right. 754 is the permission string. මේකෙදී අපි දැන් මේ permission string එක ගත්තොත් අපි දෙනකොට ඕන මේකේ අපි groups වලදී permission දෙන්න ඕනේ. එතකොට අපිට group මේ string එකේදී ඕනට දෙන්න ඕනේ, group එකට දෙන්න ඕනේ, public එකට දෙන්න ඕනේ. එතකොට අපි permission string define කරනකොට මේ read, write, execute. එතකොට execute කියන්නේ 2 to the power 0. ඒ කියන්නේ දෙකේ බිඳුව කියන්නේ 1යි. Write කියන්නේ දෙකේ 1. ඒ කියන්නේ 2යි. Sorry, right. Read කියන්නේ දෙකේ 2 4යි. දැන් අපි මේ example එකේදී කියන්නේ මොකද්ද? public එකට read කරන්න පුළුවන් වෙන්න ඕනේ. read විතරයි. ඒතර public වල අයට read විතරක් කියන්නේ 4. එයාලගේ එතකොට value එක 4. ඒතර group එකට කියලා තියෙනවා read and execute. ඒ කියන්නේ 4 ධන 1 5. හරිද? ඒකයි 5. ඒතර owner has the full permission. ownerට full permission. read write execute තුනම එන්න ඕනේ. ඒ කියන්නේ 4 2 1 ඒ කියන්නේ 7යි. 7 5 4. ඒතර ඒක තමයි permission string එක වෙන්නේ. clear then? right. හරි. එතකොට right. okay. So viewing the permission on root partition. So now when you perform the ls command in the root, now you will understand how this permission assignment is happening, right? Now you know what are the meaning of this part, what is the meaning of this part and this and all these things, right? Right. Okay. Can you do the exercise 8? I'll give you 5 minutes. At the meantime, I'll take a coffee and come. You do the exercise. තේරුණාද? sorry. Clear ද? Is it clear? Hello? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay, fine. Right. Okay, next is ownership. So sometimes we want to change the ownership as well. Let's say for that, we can use the chown command. Uh, survey. Yeah, we can use that settings changed. Which settings? Last exercise. Okay, right. So you can see here earlier okay. Wait. See earlier exercise 6 permission string. It all public doesn't have the full access. It only have the execute access. That's why it has the X. Now, after we grant the chmod 777, public also has the read write execute access. That's why it's fully cleared. Now, owner has this access, read write execute. Group has the read write execute. Public has the read write execute. Before, owner has the read write execute. Group also has the read write execute. Public only have the read and execute. Public doesn't have the write execute. Right? Clear? Okay. Right. So, ownership. So when I think in a last lab, you will face the issues on creating files on the root likewise because the permissions, the ownerships of the folders. For that, sometimes we want to change the ownership as well. So when you, let's say you upload the file, let's say you copy file from one other PC to the different PC server, then sometimes this permission ownerships will be changed. For those times, we have to change the ownership. For that, we can use this chown command. -r means, let's say if you are changing the permissions on the folder with the files which contain in that folder, -r means it's recursively. It's assign that same permission for the files as well in the folder. When we change in the ownership, we have to specify the what is the user, what is the group, and the file name or the folder name. Right? The pipe. Actually, this is a important symbol, not symbol, that is operator. Pipe we call as a pipe. In, let's say when you running a ls minus al command, sometimes you may get 100 of files, but you don't need. It is difficult to find your requested file because it's returned all the file. For that, we need to search, filter the output. Using this pipe command, we use this pipe command to link two commands. It means, let's say one command output, we are redirecting that output to another command. In here, what it says that get the output of ls minus al, and that output will be redirected to the grep utility. This is also a filter utility, string filter, and search in the grep utility, it will filter only the conf files. It will show only the conf file, .conf files. That is why we're using pipe command. We'll do like this. Let's say, okay, clear. When you type the ls minus ial, you have yes, file one, file text. Okay. Now it has the five commands, five results. We'll do like this: ls minus il l grep. Now this ls minus l output, command output, not return into the directly to the screen. It will return into the grep utility, and it will filter. I want to filter only the text files, right? Now it will only return .txt file in the output. Earlier it has these five outputs. Now it's only have the three because we filtered using the txt extension. Is it clear? තේරුණාද? Okay, right. Input output redirection, right? This is also very important in system administration. What is redirection? Redirection is a feature in Linux. Let's say you are executing a command and your output is redirected in your display, but you don't need that output to the display. Let's say you are writing a script. For that, in that script, you want to get that you perform some command, then you want to get that command output to a file. Let's say you want to get you have created you hundred of user accounts. You want to get any user IDs, created user IDs to the file to share with someone. For that kind of a thing, you want to get that command output to a file. For do those kind of things, we use input output redirection. The common usage of this input output redirection is, let's say when you're running the Java application or something like that, you want to get the log file. Usually when you are running that, your log files is in a uh, log file, or the command output is in the screen. So what we can do is we can redirect the log file or the error messages to the different source. Let's say in the industry level, when we don't keep the logs in the local server, because let's say if we are running in the container, each time the container launch or the, let's say, the load increase, it will reinitiate another container. Those time the container data will be lost. The persistent data which is stored in the container volume is lost. To overcome, but the log file, those kind of things we cannot lost. We can't do. We need those things for future references. For that, what we do is we redirect the log files to the different sources. Let's say we are pushing the logs to the Logstash solution. Likewise, Logstash or Elasticsearch, likewise. For doing those kind of things, we use this input output redirection. That is the practical example, right? Usually the standard input is the std in, it is the keyboard. Standard output is the std out, it is the device screen, right? Right, we use this greater than this symbol for the output redirection. It means std out redirection. Let's say you are in here. Let's say you want to get the ls minus l command output to list.txt file, right? What we can do is we'll do like this. Okay, clear, right? Now it has this kind of a things. Sorry, ls minus l, right? So I'm going to do, I want to get this list to a file. Here I'm getting file list dot txt, right? Now but it after once I run this command, it doesn't prompt any output in the screen because I redirect the normal default output to the file. Shall we open the file list file and see what is it in this? You can see the ls command output is now in the file. Likewise, you can redirect any command output to a different source using an input output redirection. Let's say you want to you want to send the email, couple of emails, number of system generated email to the um, your hundred of users. You can write emails in the text file, and you can use this input output redirection to the redirect the input as a file to the mail utility and send the mail to the hundred of users in one click. That's how we do the system generated emails. Any questions? තේරුණාද? සිංහලෙනුත් explain කරන්න ඕනද? Right. If we use this symbol in this way, it is a input redirection. So as an example, which I taken, you can place the email address in the file, and you can use the send mail utility. And this email address file, we are redirecting that as an input to the send mail utility. Then it will send the email to the emails which is in the email file. So for our convenience, not a convenience uh, for different purposes, we have in Linux, it's create a file descriptor. It means, and first lecture I have mentioned that in Linux, every things we referred as a file. So usually in, let's say, we display drive also file, keyboard also file. Usually in this Linux, we have defined standard input. It means the std in as a file descriptor ID is 1. Sorry, yes, give me a second. Standard inputs fd is 0. Standard output is a 1. Error is fd is 0. Let's say you want to redirect command errors only to a file, right? Earlier what we do is we redirect our standard output. It means std output fd1. It means to a file. Usually what we do is here we redirect one to a file. If you perform this way also, it happens the same thing. Let's say you want to, but thing is, when you run this type of a command with the single greater than sign, it will override the content. wait, while input 0, output 1. Wait, why it is redirected? Wait, why? Wait. Why it is not created? File list 1. It is there. List 1 dot txt. See, yeah. Right. So, yeah. By default, the system, usually a system default output we taken as a std out. It's the script ID is 1. So let's say when you're performing a command and you want to redirect the command errors only to the error file, you can specify when you're running the command. Let's say I'll show this way. Right. When I run this command, it will working in this way. Vi file list 1. Okay. Vi file list 1 dot. You can see the output here in the file. Now what I'm going to do is I'll do this way. Okay, not. I'll do the 2 and error dot txt. In this example, what it's happened is I'll mention I have specified ls minus il with the 2 for descript ID 2. It means only errors should be redirected to the error.txt file. Because of that, it will send the output to the screen. When I see the errors file, there is no content in there because the command is worked successfully. Because of that, nothing is written to the file. Right? Clear? Any questions on that? තේරෙනවද? ඒක තේරුණාද? ක්ලියර්ද ඒක? අයියෝ රෙස්පොන්ඩ් කරන්න. ෂේප්ද නැත්තම් තේරෙන්නේ නැද්ද ඒක? ආයි කියන්න ඕනද මොකද්ද? So could you explain? Okay. Right. Linux වල අපි හැමදේම files වලින් refer කරන්නේ. එතකොට අපේ standard input okay. Standard input එක අපි ගන්නෙ 0 කියලා. ඒ කියන්නේ normal fd 0. Standard output එක අපි 1. එතකොට standard error කියන එක there. Number 2. එතකොට අපිට command එකක් ලියනකොට අපිට පුළුවන් අපේ command එකේ error එක විතරක් file එකකට යවන්න. ඕනනම් අපිට පුළුවන් command එකේ output එකම file එකකට යවන්න. ඒ හින්දා තමයි දැන් අපි මේකෙදි කරේ මම ls-l කරා perform කරද්දී මම මේක specify කරා number 2 කියලා. number 2 කියන්නේ මේ error එක. එතකොට මේ command එක run වෙනකොට මේකේ error එකක් ආවා නම් මේ error එක විතරක් මේ error text එකට යවනවා. අපි මෙහෙම ගහමු. දැන් මේකෙදි කලින් අපි දැන් මෙහෙම ගැහුවට පස්සේ මේ error file එකේ මුකුත් නැහැනේ. right. අපි මේ command එක දැන් වරද්දමු. අපි ගහමු QL කියලා. right. don't දන්නේ නැහැ මේකේ Q කියලා option එකක් තියෙනවද කියලා. let's see. මේ Qත් ඒකත් යනවා. අපි මෙහෙම ගහමු. අපි මෙහෙම ගහමු. ls minus double දාලා command එකේ මේක it means the when ඒ කියන්නේ මේ command එකේ error එකක් ආවොත් විතරක් මේ error එකට යන්න කියලා තමයි මේකේ කියන්නේ. දැන් අපි මේකේ 1 කියලා දැම්මොත් උදාහරණයකට ගමු මෙතන එක මේකෙදි කියන්නේ අපේ මේකේ output එකම මේකට යවන්න කියලා. ඒක තමයි දැන් output එක අපිට ආවේ නැත්තේ. දැන් අපි මේකට ගියා නම් file list 1 කියන එක one.txt එක එතකොට ඒකේ තියෙනවා sorry vi නෑ මේ content එක. මොකද අපි අපේ output එක තමයි අපි redirect කරලා තියෙන file එකකට. clearද දැන්? Is it clear now? Okay, right. So can you do the exercise 9? I'll give you 5 minutes. Do the exercise 9, 10, 11 both. Three, three all three. I'll do this. Those who once you finish, type 1 on the chat so then we can continue that. So I think I have covered the everything. So you can do this exercise after this also. Shall we wind up? So I'll upload I'll share the recording in Tatsani. She will upload this to your LMS. So next week we'll start the shell scripting. Okay, if you have any questions, ping me. So if you do you have any questions before wind up? Okay, what is it? Exercise 11. Okay, what is it? Oh, exercise 11. Okay. What's the problem? It's only the difference is double symbol means it doesn't override the file content. It will append the new content at the end of the file. That is the usage of this double greater than symbol. You can see when you run the command 2 times, then you will realize what the difference is. Okay. So okay then. Thank you very much. We'll meet on next week. Have a nice day.